Welcome, Mr. Ed.
Yeah,
Perspective, as we join hands to bring an idea to change the world. China and America trade war. What do you think about it? Do you think America is winning this war so far?
already lost the trade war, and they are like asking China to come to the table. China is saying that they are not willing to come to the table until the United States can show respect to China. But the US is saying they are waiting for China to come to the table. It sounds that the United States is desperate for China to come to the table, for them to maintain their status, which of course China is not willing to do that. And when someone is desperate in that type of manner, which means that person is just like you are fighting someone and then you know you are losing, but you are still trying to stand your ground, but looking for other people to come to help you in the process by fighting the both of you people. And
Mhm.
then other people will see it like it was a jaw fight. But
Yeah,
technically, if that fight could continue, you could be totally distressed at that point. That's exactly what the United States don't want. So they are like asking China to come to the table. It was not just China that the United States put tensions on. The United States put tension on so many countries. But because they mistakenly put tension on China, I don't know if it was mistake or they were intentionally doing that, and China pushed them in the corner. That's how they were able to remove the terror from on other countries for them to get a little bit of breathing space. But
yes,
then they know that without China, the whole world would be like a hostage. They'll be honest to ourselves. China produce almost everybody things. We can say Korea produce a lot of things. But the reality is, if you come to Korea and look into the Korean market, you will see a whole lot of things from China. Chinese goods dominate the Korean market,
absolutely.
honestly. So if you say Korea is producing, the question is why Korea is producing so much? Why when you check everywhere in Korea, Chinese goods dominate the market. So in short, is China is the industrial hub for the entire world. We should respect that. So when it comes, according to the United States, they are buying 15% of Chinese goods. 15% is not that much. China can easily find another market to put in that 15%. It's possible. It's just with time. That's all the Chinese need. So when you ask me about the trade war, the United States they cannot win the trade war against China. China is too powerful. The power China
And
have is beyond the United States. They'll be honest when it comes to economy.
I will tell you this. My happiness about China is that China was able to, should I say, overpower the world within the space of 20 to 30 years. So I appreciate such hard working because if you look at Chinese market, you will agree with me that they became so powerful just within 20 and 30 years, 30 years gap.
Yeah,
40 years ago, China wasn't as powerful as they are today.
sure.
So I appreciate their hard work and their effort. But I would like to ask you a question. You said that America is actually expecting China to come to the table and they are behaving like they are in haste. Like they want it now, 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 now. But you made a
Sure.
point. I would like to ask you, what type of respect are Chinese expecting from America? Like, what is their perspective? How do they want America to present themselves?
You see, like for example, the United States Vice President J.D. Vance is calling the Chinese people peasant. For example,
Mhm.
how can you be so disrespectful to a group of people who have money more than you? They have almost everything more than you. You you in debt. You owe the people almost 800 billion.
Right.
You are paying a lot of interest rate on 800 billion. How can you go and borrow money from peasant? people who are peasant. That's why the Chinese people say, okay, that's fine since we are peasant, but however, you are still living on our money. So you can't be so arrogant and rule like that. China is a world superpower, and they are the superpower when it comes to economy. The United States economy, the Chinese. Let's be honest, the Chinese economy is bigger than the United States currently. It's too big and too powerful. The Chinese are self-reliance. The United States they can rely on themselves at this point.
I agree with you, but I would like to say this: America themselves, they are the ones hurting. And if you look at those American big companies, they are producing in China, assembling in America.